Love Like the Galaxy, Part 2, 2022, C-Drama. After a series of twists and turns, Cheng Shao Shang and Ling Bu Yi are engaged to be married by imperial consent and decree. However, they still have many hurdles to overcome. Cheng Shao Shang, having been neglected and abandoned from a young age, has to learn to be a proper lady worthy of someone with Ling Bu Yi's status and is put under the tutelage of the empress. Also, as someone who has her own mind and who prizes her personal freedom, being tied to Ling Bu Yi presents its own set of challenges. Ling Bu Yi, too, has personal challenges of his own. His mission to uncover the culprits behind the massacre of his entire clan and to exact vengeance is far from over, and he, himself, harbors some deep secrets of his own. Can he and Cheng Shao Shang overcome these trials and forge a union that shines even in the brightest of galaxies? Ling Bu Yi interrogated Peng Kuan in private and could not get anything out of him. The next day, Yuan Shen came to take Peng Kuan back to the government jail. Peng Kung's wife, Wang Ling, divulged some secrets to Shao Shang and this caused a rift between our leads. Basically, Shao Shang found out all the secret plots that Ling Bu Yi has been planning. She asked him to tell her everything and she is willing to believe. He looked like he wanted to say before he got called off to crown princes. Peng Kuan died in jail over asthma. Ling Bu Yi went crazy at his father Ling Yi. He knew he did it. That night, he drank himself silly and almost told Shao Shang who he really is, but before he could, news of her mother dying came. Hu Junhua is at her last breath. Before she died, she told Ling Bu Yi that we must take revenge and then she passed on. At her funeral, Ling Bu Yi and Cheng Shao Shang vowed to be together no matter what, so they bit each other's forearms. And again, she asked if he is hiding anything from her, and this time, he firmly said no. Different from the first two occasions, if anyone noticed. Because of these sudden events, Peng Kuan's death, Hu Junhua's death, Ling Bu Yi is reduced to the last resort, which is to carry out revenge his own way. His wedding to Shao Shang is also coming up soon because if they don't get married within a certain period, they will have to wait 3 years for the mourning period to be over. Everything is coming together so wrong for Ling Bu Yi. So on Ling Yi's 50th birthday celebration, he went on a killing spree, killed everyone at Ling residence and admitted to Ling Yi that he is Hu Wushang and not Ling Bu Yi. Just when he is done, Shao Shang arrived at the scene and witnessed everything. He told her that he had to do it before they are married, if not, his doings will get the Cheng family into trouble. Therefore, he told her that their relationship is done, over. The end. Ling Bu Yi walked out of Ling's, knowing he would be killed, but Shao Shang came riding on her horse and saved him. They rode to a cliff, and Ling Bu Yi saw that the soldiers are going to kill her along with him, so he decided to jump off the cliff. And this made Shao Shang so angry. She wants to be with him no matter what, he wants to make sure she is safe no matter what. Arg. The entire court is appealing for Ling Bu Yi to be punished. Third prince came to Shao Shang, who is ill, and asked her to defend Ling Bu Yi in court. She went, but in anger, she did her part and revealed what she knows, that Ling Bu Yi is Hu Wushang, therefore he is just doing his part to revenge for his father Hu Chong. The king believed her, and asked third prince to go to the mountain and search for Ling Bu Yi. Ling Bu Yi was found but is badly injured and also almost froze to death. They treated him and when he was well enough to sit up, the king interrogated him in court, asking what had happened. And so Ling Bu Yi said, I was delivering almond fruits to my father Hu Chong at his study when he and Ling Yi came in, so I hid. Ling Yi persuaded my father to surrender, to which he refused, and so Ling Yi stabbed him from behind and killed him. After Ling Yi is done, another general came into the study room and asked Ling Yi why he did it. Ling Yi said that Hu Chong refused to surrender, so he did what he has to and asked the general to spare his family. The general said no way, everyone in this city will die, only Ling Yi will live. The entire place was up in flames and I fainted. Maybe heaven took pity on me. It rained, and when I woke up, I found the place full of corpses, everyone died, and I found my aunt, Hu Junhua, but she shushed me up, hid us in the corpses for 2 days, 2 nights, before we sneaked out of the city. Aunt became half crazy and keeps chanting Ali, we go back to capital, go back to capital. We became beggars, eating whatever and drink whatever we can find, and took 2 years before we reached the capital city. Aunt only calls me as Ali, and I decided to give my name as Ling Bu Yi. 2 of us are no match to Ling Yi, and this is the only way to be safe before I can take revenge when I am strong enough. The king by now is in tears, and he asked Ling Bu Yi what his name is, and finally he said, Wu Shang. But everyone in the drama called him Wu Yi after this. Despite all these, Wu Yi still needs to be punished, and he asked to be sent to the borders for 7 years, and breaking up his marriage with Shao Shang. When he left, she sent her brother to return his private seal back. At the same time, the queen asked to be removed from her position so that the king can choose another crown prince who is more suitable. With this, the queen is confined to Changqiu Palace, and Shao Shang decided to accompany the queen in Changqiu Palace, and for 5 years, she did not get out of the palace and see anyone, not even her family. 5 years later. On New Year's Day, the queen fainted. The doctors said she doesn't have long to live. So the king decided to summon Wu Yi back to the capital. The queen hopes to see Shao Shang get married while she is alive, therefore Shao Shang decided to get engaged with Yuan Shen since he asked, and he does not mind that Shao Shang still has Wu Yi in her heart. Very soon, Wu Yi is back. And after reporting to the king, he met Shao Shang by chance at the palace gate. They had a brief but cold exchange. Shao Shang looks like she just came back to the palace after going out with Yuan Shen. Luo Jitong is also back from Xibei, and she so very much wanted to marry Wu Yi, but he sent dowry and a bronze mirror to Luo residence and asked that she find a good man to marry. Because of this, her family kicked her out of the house. Left with no choice, Luo Jitong plotted to get rid of Cheng Shao Shang as she knows that Wu Yi still has Shao Shang in his heart. But her plot failed as Wu Yi arrived in time to save Shao Shang while Luo Jitong along with the horse carriage fell off the cliff. And then the queen died. The 2 of them rushed back to see the queen one last time. The queen wishes for Wu Yi to let go of the past and move on, likewise, for Shao Shang not to waste time like she did. The queen wishes for the 2 of them to get back together, but she knows it can't be forced, but she also knows life is short, so please treasure who you have and not have any regrets. Her last words were to the king that even though she is blessed to meet the king this life, she does not wish to meet the king the next life, and then she passed away. After the queen passes on, Shao Shang and Wu Yi had a meal together, and she confirms that she still can't forgive him, and so they parted ways. But she also broke up her engagement with Yuan Shen, and the 3 of them set off in 3 different directions, leaving the capital. Shao Shang got lured to Hua City by Lu Yao's sister. Yuan Shen met a mishap near Hua City along the way to save 3rd prince, and Wu Yi, while going back Xibei, found out about it and rushed to Hua City. At Hua City, a mysterious person instigated Lu to kill Shao Shang, and we found out that it is Lu Ben's wife who has been plotting along to get all of them trapped in the basement of the Lu residence's temple. Her plan almost succeeded if not for Wu Yi's intervention, who rushed in time to save all of them. His men helped to get Yuan Shen, Lu Yao's wife, He Zhaojun, and Shao Shang out of the basement, but before Wu Yi could, Lu Ben's wife came and stopped him from climbing up the ladder. And then we heard a huge explosion. Shao Shang thought that Wu Yi is dead and cried ever so loudly. But miraculously, Wu Yi stepped into the temple alive, and Shao Shang ran to him and hugged him. Wu Yi was like, "Shao Shang, are you forgiving me?" Of course she did. Now that they are back together, both of them quickly set off separately to save the 3rd prince and the Gua city in danger. Wu Yi managed to save the 3rd prince, while Shao Shang helped Gua city's folks. For the ending, Wu Yi and Shao Shang confessed their love to one another, and we get an ending kiss. And then we switched the scene to the king, who found out that Wu Yi married Shao Shang in Hua City, but he is not there to witness, so it is not counted. Therefore the couple needs to come back to the capital and get married again. I agree with the king. Where are our wedding scenes? Together with the entire Cheng family, Wu Yi and Shao Shang looked up at the sky, looked up at the galaxy, and marveled at its brilliance.